Welcome to this week's edition of Saints Talk. I'm your host Derek with my boy Carlin, aka Skip Bayless. Okay. We're going to talk about last night's debacle up in Denver.
Woo.
Saints versus Denver.
Man.
I'm going to start off by saying this. After watching last night's game, people got to be honest with themselves. Saints defense is straight garbage. We got maybe three people, that can crack the three deep or any other team. That's Akeem Hicks, the rookie, Curtis Lofton, and I hate saying this, Roman Harper, only because he can tackle. Everybody else is straight hot garbage. Jenkins, no. Wouldn't be starting for nobody else. Jabari Greer, dime back. Dime defensive back.
I say that. He
Corey White,
water boy.
practice squad. Pat Robinson, man, I don't know what this dude. Maybe nickel. The rest of them are straight garbage. We need to get rid of Vilma. Sorry, Vilma. How many times they're gonna suck you in on the same plate and you don't figure it out?
He played out of position.
Suck him inside.
He played out of position.
It don't matter.
He played out of position. The thing about it, he played the outside linebacker position opposed to the inside linebacker. So it makes a big difference. It's like putting on your right shoe, putting it on the left foot, and the left shoe on the right foot. You know, it makes a big difference. Yeah, I know.
I understand that. But this is my point. They ran the same running play the whole game.
True.
Start inside, cut it back outside. Every time Jonathan Vilma fell for the inside.
Excuse me, Derek. Let me say this.
You got sucked in. That's all I'm saying.
Everybody who knows me knows that I'm an avid Saints fan. I've been a Saints fan for years. When they were wearing the bags over their head, they were losing.
What year was that? If you've been a Saints fan, what year was that?
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, what year was it?
Here we go.
Avid Saints fan. What year was that?
Avid Saints fan. Been an avid Saints fan for years.
I'm messing with you.
And, you know, I've never seen, even when they were losing, and they knew they were losing, the Archie Manning days and the Wes Chandler days, even though when they were losing, you kind of expected them to lose. We have this expectation for them to win, and now it's a hurting feeling. But I'm going to go on a limb here. I was one of the people to say the Saints was going to finish 10-6. And I kind of felt like they were going to lose to Denver. But I still see 11-5. I see them making a run. I see them getting it together. I think that the defense is not going to get any better. We just going to have to outscore everybody. You know, and to my other colleague, KB, the one who always talks about 1 stop, 2 stops, 3 stops. Well, there's only 1 stop. He texted me one time. He said 1 stop, and that was it. And that's all they got, 1 stop. And after that, that was it. So I said all of that to say, you know, just don't get off the bandwagon yet. I still think they can do it. I think they can run with it.
Now I'm going to correct you on something. They had 3 stops. First half, they got 3 good stops. Our offense did not score, which brings me to another point. We have nobody deep threat. Nobody. Devery Henderson, yeah, Devery got speed, but he showed you last night.
He can't catch the ball.
Inconsistent. He could drop the ball. That's it. And Denver knew that, man. They knew that, and that's what they played us like that.
But this is what I don't understand. How do they only bring 4 receivers to the game? They only activate 4 receivers. You know Jimmy Graham was hurt. His ankle was hurt. And where was Dave Thomas? Dave Thomas played a few snaps. He didn't even play that much. So when Roby got hurt, we were down to 3 receivers, and we were using Sproles as a receiver. So I don't understand. I don't understand that concept.
This is what I understand. In the interview with Vilma, he said that unlike the Super Bowl when we played against Peyton Manning, when he would come out and audible, the Super Bowl he was audible, the defense was audible. He said they had a scheme, set scheme, they went there, they were not going to change from that scheme. They stayed in the scheme. So this man come to the line and he see what you got in the audible and you don't adjust, that's crazy.
You know why? Because, and I can answer that. And here we go. And I'm not trying to dispute that, but he felt comfortable in Greg Williams' system. So he knew enough to know what to audible to. He doesn't feel comfortable enough in Spag's system. You got to remember, this is only his second week. So he may have not known what to audible to. He may have not known.
No, I'm not saying it's Vilma's fault.
No, but my point of that is, and I seen that. I mean, even Chris Collinsworth called that out in the game. He said he watched them in the defense they go into, and then he go to the line, he makes an adjustment at the line, talking about Peyton Manning, and then they don't jump out of it. So he just eats it up. You know, he calls his play, whatever. And that made a lot of sense, but I don't know. That means that we don't have the go-getter. We don't have the person on the defense to make the calls to make these things happen for us.
We don't have the personnel, but you know, I'm going to give some advice to teams that play Denver, like New England plays them. Come out in a fake defense, and then when he audible to the defense that you really want to run, and it confuses him. Peyton Manning looked like a lost sheep against Atlanta. And we made this dude looking like the old Peyton Manning. That's ridiculous. The Saints are going to have problems for a couple of years, let's be honest. Too much money tied up in Drew Brees. Unless you make some kind of trade, and you have to give up some good people to get help on defense. Until then, man, I mean, we kidding ourselves. You saying 10-6, I don't even see that. I don't even see them winning 10 games, bro. After last night, that was sad. Now, they will beat Philly, especially if Michael Vick is playing. I'm sorry, Michael Pick. If Michael Pick is playing, we're going to beat Philly.
And they'll beat Atlanta the week later.
They're going to beat Atlanta both times.
Yeah, so, I mean, what's that? 3 and that's 5 games right there. That's 5 games right there. So you only got to win another 5. So
I'm sorry, they're going to beat the 49ers also.
And that's 6 right there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that 10-6 is obtainable. So I know it's a far reach, and I know that people looking at this are going to say, I don't understand what this dude is saying, but I believe in my team, and I believe in the fact that they can do it. The defense, I say from week 1, don't believe in it. But I believe in the fact that Roman Harper and Malcolm Jenkins are on that defense, and they'll possibly make some plays.
I'm not sold on the defense at all. The personnel on the defense. I think Spags has a good system. Just the personnel, man. We weaken personnel. And that's a direct reflection on Mickey Loomis. Because he's the one picking these clowns. Will Smith, man. Will Smith, Cedric Ellis, hot garbage. Hot garbage. They make one play a game. That's it. They got to go. They got to go. We still got Scott Shanley on the damn defense. Scott Shanley, been washed up. Oh, he's intelligent.
Hello.
He's intelligent, but he can't cover.
He can't cover. I mean,
Can't cover.
He's got 4 left feet, but my point in that is he's intelligent. And, you know, you need some form of intelligence out there because you have players who are not intelligent. You just said Vilma was biting on the same play every time.
He did.
So that meant that he had no intelligence. I mean, so,
Vilma's old, man. Vilma's old. Vilma's coming off knee injuries. Let him go, man. He's in his 30s, 32 years old possibly. Let him go, man. He's old, long in the tooth. Let him go.
Drew Brees choked. I mean, you know, even though he didn't have anybody to throw the ball to, I think he choked. I think he you know, there again, I think the offense starts with him. And I don't know, the offensive line was giving up too much. There was allowing them to get too much pressure. So, I mean, you can point your fingers at a lot of people. They didn't run the ball as much as they should have ran the ball.
They never do. We don't even need running backs. Put Pierre out of his misery and trade him. Trade all our running backs because we don't use them. I mean, keep Sproles because Sproles is like a hybrid. But the rest of them, man, we don't even use them, so just trade them.
Well, be that as it may, I see them beating Philly next week. I see them beating Philly, but they're gonna have to do better than what they did this week because if they don't, they won't beat nobody. I mean, I went to the Judgment and Rumble game, and that game was more exciting than this one. So, on that note, I'm done. I'm done. I mean,
we're gonna wrap this up, man. But before we go, you notice it's just 2 of us. So I want to dedicate this show in honor of somebody who passed away on yesterday. That's Kansas Baker.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. We love you.
We love
Our
you.
mission. Peace.
Peace.